Welcome back. Today in the studio, we've got Carl Howe from Val Trust Capital Partners, and we're talking about retiring since you all are out there and having a great weekend and really enjoying the 4th of July weekend and really feel like you may want to do this forever. And at least I do, and then get ready for retirement and all those things. And that's a serious thing, and I think if you're winging it, you're in trouble. So you got to reach out to a professional. And on Real Talk Texas, we try to bring in real experts from different categories that you might need in your life, be it real estate or financial or health, and just different things that we bring in on the show, legal type of things. But today we've got Carl Howe, Val Trust Capital Partners, and their website is retirementfoundationgroup.com. That's retirementfoundationgroup.com. They've got a lot of great informational stuff you can go there and listen to. And today we went through your background, Carl. Let's talk about the first area that we want to talk about, like getting ready. What's the income flow? How do you get people ready for retirement?
Yeah, that's really good. It's estimated that probably most people will spend 3 to 4 times planning a vacation than they ever will looking at their retirement plan, which is sad because the retirement plan in retirement is going to pay for those vacations, right? So we want to look at it kind of like taking a trip. We want to get you to retirement and through retirement safely. So each thing we look at is kind of like a segment or like if you're going from one place to another, you're flying, maybe you have stops along the way. We want to make sure that each landing, each stop goes the way you want. And there's no unforeseen things that might happen that might knock you off of your destination. So we don't want you to lose sight of that. The destination is let's get to retirement. Let's have a good retirement. Let's have a good amount of income coming in. Let's maintain our lifestyle and have enough to enjoy our you could say senior years, but unfortunately, the thing is that people are living longer. I'm seeing it where some people are going to live as many years in retirement as they did working. And so they want to make sure their assets last.
Well, and that's the other thing I was going to ask you earlier. It seems to me like if you're going to live to be 100, okay, and you want to retire at 65, that's 35 years of living off your retirement fund. I don't think my Social Security is going to be enough to live my lifestyle. So I know we're going to need some other strategies. But I'm wondering, I think with the healthcare and what people are feeling better, I know a lot of people that are 65 years old that are in great shape, feel great, probably want to work another 5 years or
Right.
10 years. Are you seeing people delaying their retirement?
Absolutely. One of the things that we're going to start with when you come into our office, we offer that free consultation. It's a second opinion of your current retirement plan. Plus, it's kind of a pre-retiree plan that we look at. We're going to look at your Social Security, and we actually get on Social Security's website and we pull up information from their website that's specifically directed at you and or your spouse. And we have a proprietary software program in our office that will show us. We run it through 20,000 calculations. And what it does, it comes up with the best time for you to turn your Social Security on. And if you're married, there are options that you have. There's what's called a file and suspend or a restricted application where you or your spouse can actually take a portion of the other spouse's Social Security benefits for a while before turning on your own. Because what we want to do, every year you delay taking your Social Security between the ages of 62 and 66, it goes up, your benefit goes up approximately 5.5% a year. But from 66 to 70, it goes up over 8% a year, compounding. So you want to delay as much as you can because by using some of these strategies, we've had actually couples come in who are in their 58, 59, and they want to look at some of the best things to do. And even 63, we've had some people who are in their mid-60s, haven't turned it on, or one spouse did. We run these programs, and we're able to say, hey, if you'll do this with your estimated life expectancy, you're going to have another $50, $80, $100, $120,000 given to you in your lifetime from Social Security by maximizing your Social Security benefits. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start there. Then
I've never heard that. I always heard that, when you're at a certain age, you just get your Social Security and it's ready to kick in, whether you're working or not. There's limitations if you have it on how much you can earn or something like that. I don't know.
Absolutely. And, if people are listening to me right now, I actually had a lady a few months ago who was 64, who was still working and planned to work until 68 because she had a fairly heavy mortgage payment, okay? To be honest with you, so we're going to have to refer to you. Anyway, what happened was she had turned her Social Security on in November of a year ago, and she took it for 2 months. And during that 2-month time, she'd gotten over $2,000, about $2,400 from Social Security. Well, then come January, they told her, you're making too much money. And for every $2 you make over a certain amount, they're going to pull $1 back. And I think it's only around 14,000. Every $2 over 14,000, they're going to pull $1 back. They told her, you're making too much. You're not entitled to any benefits. So the problem was, now they're not paying her, but they froze that benefit at age 64. So even when she does retire, if she's 68, 69, she's going to get the amount she would have gotten had she stayed at 64. So she's going, what do I do? So there's a way that you can actually go in, pay that back, and then start your build up again, so it'll still continue to progress until you reach 70.
Smart.
Yeah, we were able to do that with her. And one of the nice things was she was actually over 59 and a half. She's 64. And according to, company bylines, she had a 401k, wasn't doing very well. She said it was going up and down. We were able to pull out a portion of her 401k, put it into a nice program for her portfolio. Within a few months, we were able to pay the taxes on what she took out and pay the money back. And that's why she was able to pay it back Social Security and start her benefits up again.
Well, that's pretty smart. I guess I go back to, I didn't know that you could manipulate the Social Security, or not manipulate it, but strategically use it in different ways. And I think our listeners out there, if you're listening and you need that kind of advice, I want you to go to the website, go to retirementfoundationgroup.com, reach out to Carl Howe. He'll do that calculation for you. You do it for free for people?
Right now, the listening audience, if they'll contact our office, they can either go through the website or they can call our office directly. Or they can call me directly. I'm going to give them my phone numbers, 214-405-1444, and say they heard us on the radio station and they would like to get the free Social Security report. We'll set up a time to visit with them. There's no cost or obligation. We'll run that report for them and show them exactly how to maximize their benefits.
What's that number again?
The number is 214-405-1444. I guess if I say I'm going to give a number, I need to give it, don't I?
Okay, so you got to say it a couple times. I can't remember anything at my age. I'm pre-retirement.
Oh, my gosh. It's 214-405-1444. Or, again, they can go to the website, and right there on the front page, they can ask for the free consultation analysis. And if you do a drop-down on the services, one of the services mentions Social Security benefits. Click on that and go to there's a video on that site on Social Security maximization. It's about a 2-minute video. It'll talk about some of the things that we look at.
And that's retirementfoundationgroup.com. Make sure you go there and check it out. A lot of great information for people getting ready for retirement, or maybe people that are already in retirement. So let's talk about that a little bit in the next segment, Carl. I mean, we're going to wrap up this segment in the next couple minutes, but in the next segment, we're going to talk about if you're already retired, what are some of the things we need to do there. But you mentioned you're still working. I've got a 401k. You mentioned something before about setting up your own pension plan. What's that mean?
That requires a whole segment. Yeah, actually, if you're over 59 and a half, you're entitled to pull a large portion of your 401k out and still maintain your contributions. And if you have a company that's matching some of those contributions, you can keep that going. But what we've seen is that people are limited on what they can put in, what type of investments they can do within their 401k, where they can come to our offices and we're independent. So we can go out and search the marketplace to get the best thing for that individual. And one of the best things out there really is, we do a lot with securities, but we also do some things with insurance products. And a fixed indexed annuity now offers, they offer a guaranteed 7 to 11% roll up on your income or on your assets until you pull that out for retirement.
What's that mean, roll up?
What that means is that every year that investment that you put in there is going to grow between 7 and 11%. Okay. And it's 7% guaranteed, 11% if you want to do an index, but it's a very good index. It's a fairly new index from a very ahead of their time company who thought out of the box by what they did was they worked an index, putting securities, large cap stocks with 2-year treasury bonds and trying to balance out the volatility and doing it on a daily basis. So there's less volatility, and they've had great averages over the last 13, 14 years. And so we can show people that, but what happens is that actually allows them to grow that, get it to a certain point, and when they retire, turn on an income stream for them and their spouse, okay? And if something happens to them, that income will still go to their spouse. But what's even better about it, we're going to talk about in the next segment about the Pension Protection Act that went into effect in 2010, that if they've got, let's say that's providing $25,000, $30,000 a year of income, it's going to provide it for the rest of their life. Even if the account goes to zero, they're going to keep paying that individual like a pension. But if they ever need long-term care, it will double that benefit for up to 5 years for either home care, assisted living or nursing home care. So if you got 25 to 30, they're going to pay you 50 to 60,000 a year during that time, which is a great benefit.
Let me ask you a question. Does that take into effect the cost of living increases each year? I mean, 30,000 in 1982 is a lot different than 30,000 today.
Right. Right. Well, you know what that's where you actually need somebody who's not just doing insurance, somebody who actually can work with you on securities, who can say, well, you know, this is green money. This is money that's got to be there for you. This is safe. How much money can we put into a red allocation? You know, it's not safe, but we're going to manage it, and we're going to watch it. And we want to maximize its growth, because what we want to do is we want to hedge off inflation with the red money, but still have the green money to fall back on for a guaranteed retirement.
You're listening to Real Talk Texas. Today in the studio, we've got Dr. Carl Howe of ValTrust Capital Partners, and we're talking about retirement, and we're getting everybody ready to continue the lifestyle you've enjoyed this weekend. So you're listening to KLIF, AM 570, News and Information. This is a Real Talk Texas show.